Greetings, folks. Coming at you on a Monday morning, the 23rd of June. Got my rebates t-shirt on. Cheers, people. Well, no point in really commenting on the weekend's events, right? Nothing I can do about it. I will say that I'm saddened that I still have to block people who are pro-Trump, and insanely so from my perspective. He doesn't make any sense, and they don't make any sense. And what a world we live in. So on the other end of the fence, cheers again. Let me wake up. It's 7 in the morning. We're supposed to get a cool down later today. It's been extremely hot for days now and very windy. Actually, on Saturday, my neighborhood lost power for hours, and it was 99 degrees at the time. It was suffering. But on a lighter note, yesterday was my brother-in-law, Floyd Norman's 90th birthday. Floyd married my younger sister. It's one of those, kind of deals where there's this big gap in age, but they are a match made in heaven. They've been married for, 30 years or so. Floyd was the first black person to work for Disney in the creative department as an illustrator. And he actually rose up to the ranks where he actually worked on a team with Walt Disney himself. I forget which film it was. But Floyd is a great person, and he's been here to Omaha a few times. He's been on my channel. He's a great inspiration to me because even at 90, he still draws every single day. I'd like to live that long, even longer. He's an inspiration to me, and he's been a wonderful husband to my sister Adrian. Happy birthday, Floyd. So, you all got to meet Douglas Otis Francis Wesselman. Yes, he is I don't know if the word is institute is right, but here in Omaha, he is a well-known personality. And for years, the most popular rock station in Omaha, Z92, he was the lead DJ. Otis 12 and Diver Dan. He mentioned his partner Diver Dan. I'm happy and I'm very happy the way this happened because he approached me, and that's how things happen. And so tomorrow we have a recording session at Aaron Gum's home studio. We could record his vocals here, but Aaron has a nicer choice of microphones. He has actual microphones for vocals. I just have some microphones for whatever I can get use them for. I didn't expect that Doug would offer me a sealed copy of his album, Ogden, Edsl, Wahalia Blues Ensemble. I have it. I do have I might be able to call it up quickly, possibly. But I have a burn of it. But it's a part of yeah. It's definitely a part of Nebraska music history. Stuffed. I forget the lady's name on the cover there, but I was familiar with her as well. Otis is Doug Otis, it's interchangeable. He's 75, and like I said, I'll be 70 in a few weeks. And so, yes, we old folks are not ready to just roll over in the grave. We still have something to say. I wouldn't be surprised if Doug writes something about us going to war again with Iran. So distressing. But as you can see in the video, our our we our vibe is very positive. But I'm telling you, folks, unless you are a total asshole, I can get along with anybody because I can put myself in check. I can be a jerk if I want to be with people, but I choose not to be. I want to get along. I can get along with anybody, unless they don't want to. So, no new music. I did not spend any money this weekend. I'm waiting for when Grapefruit does the drop of the recent collection that they bought that has a lot of prog in it. And many of these records, frankly, that I'm waiting to hopefully buy, it's not that I need them or I'm like really itching to listen to them. It is at a point now where some of these records, it's just, well, I just want to own it. I will play it. But it's like, I've been seeing these records all my life. Back when they were first coming out, I, couldn't afford them. And just now that I have a chance, I'd like to own them. So that's what that's about. That's what that's about. To show something, yesterday my response to the bombing of Iran and Trump's, did you watch his news conference? Did you notice how he couldn't make sense? He barely made sense. It's word salad. And this is the president. I'm just so dismayed that we live in a world where people actually look at him and think that he's competent. Oh my God. So it's fucking with my peace. It is. I had to break out some John Coltrane yesterday. Michael Dawson made a comment, the clarified butter, on my Facebook when I showed this. The only thing I could think of him saying that is about Buddhism and the use of clarified butter. And I don't know. See, if you see this, Michael, I don't know what you were referring to. You have an interesting mind. What were you talking about? And also, that's pretty cool that you met Napoleon Murphy Brock. Apparently you saw him play this weekend or something. Let me know. But this was like it was like putting a router into my head. After they get going, after chanting a little bit, and they start to rev it up here. John Coltrane didn't play around. This music is intense, and it's reaching. John Coltrane really tried hard to reach beyond the human scope. He tried to take it there. He really did. He tried to go far into spiritual. And I think that he was successful to a degree. But that was what I needed yesterday. I tried to listen to this, but it was a bit noisy with the air conditioning because it's been so hot. I have it off now while I make the video, but it's going on right away. But this is something that was sent to me, I think, by the artist himself. Jamie O'Callaghan, Groves, Orchestral Tone Poem. And I started to listen to this. Orchestral Tone Poem in 3 movements. And 2016 is when this came out. And I didn't listen to all of it, but it was beautiful, real ambient, slowly evolving, kind of quiet at first. That's why after a while I kind of gave up on it because it was too hot to turn the air conditioner off to listen to it better. But that's something that I started to play this weekend. Jamie O'Callahan. If you happen to see this, thank you for sharing your music. This is a wonderful piece of work, I can tell. Sure can. Now, the other thing that got played, because I'm working on music, keeps me sane, thank God. But if you see this Anthony Ferraro, thank you again. You've been very kind to me. We've never met, but you've sent me things over the years, and I just really appreciate it. And this is one of them. And the second disc of this got played yesterday, the live disc, Steve Hackett Defector. This album gets low ranking by a lot of his fans. I disagree with it. I think it's a fantastic top-rate Steve Hackett album. And this is the deluxe double disc edition with a live performance at the Reading Festival, 1981. And it's a good one. It's a very good performance, a very good recording. And you can hear how Steve Hackett over the years has just really struggled with his stage persona, his banter. You know, he doesn't sound like a natural with the audience. It's like, really what he ought to do is just be quiet and play that guitar. I'll take a look here, but I don't. No, there's nothing down here. Well, yes, actually there is. Just right quick, these are things I bought recently, but played this again this weekend. Yesterday. The Missing Piece. I like this better than I'm liking it better now. My initial response to it is old news. I put it all into perspective now, especially with the albums that followed this. Civilian Giant per Day, they're all good. And then with the insight of having talked to the actual members of Gentle Giant about these records and their thoughts on what was going on, I understand. They were still Gentle Giant, making good stuff. Pulled this because when I played it, I wanted to post a picture of it in the music groups that I belong to. Defector, great album. I'm looking to see here. I had posted some singles yesterday, but I put them away already. And this is a great album. I've played this several times since I bought it. Played it again yesterday. Yesterday was the whole album. It just takes me back to a time in my mind, because I've never been to England, but the Beatles changed my world and they colored my world mentally. All through the 60s and 70s, the Beatles and the initial British invasion changed my outlook on the world in a lot of ways. So this music has a lot of meaning to me and a lot of sentimental value to me. I really like this album a lot. Here's one that I bought in recent times. This is excellent and gave it a deep listen this weekend. Sunroof. Electronic Music Improvisations Volume 3. Between Gareth Jones and Daniel Miller. Two important people at Mute Records. This is on orange vinyl. I'll go ahead and show it. This is sonically fantastic, but also very inventive. They don't do anything predictable with their electronic setup at all. And the sonics are amazing. Thank goodness technology has allowed us to learn how to cut records that can handle really deep subwoofer type bass, because that's got some good bass on it, real good bass. Really enjoyed that. Cheers. That's honestly what I have today. I'll be watching the news because it's some perilous times. Thank goodness for the music. I'm very pleased that Douglas Wesselman contacted me at this time. The timing was right. And when he did, he was prompted by the death of Sly and Brian Wilson. The clock is ticking. He and I don't like to use that word, but in light of Omaha's music history, and we're a couple of old timers who helped to establish Nebraska internationally musically, it's time for us to do something together. He sent me another long poem yesterday that I don't know that I can do anything with just yet, but it's beautiful. Otis is a good writer. He's good with words. Plus, he has that wonderful voice. And what's interesting, not interesting, but what's cool is, as we talked about, putting the poetry to music, a la Ken Nordine, that's the idea. He said, I don't have to speak. You can do this. I said, no. We want to. Your voice is an Omaha treasure, a Nebraska treasure. And it's a beautiful voice. So, looking forward, that's supposed to be tomorrow morning with Aaron Gum. And that's what's on my plate today, folks. I don't want to devolve into commenting wholeheartedly on the current events because it is on my mind, but you know where I stand. This was not a peace mission. This will not lead to peace, like those psychotic, selfish people in Washington are saying. This was a peace mission, my ass. So, I've worked more on the piece that the new piece of music for the Otis project. I'm not happy with it yet, but it was like a way to get started. I have so much music and most of it's instrumental that I have quite a lot of music to choose from. So I've chosen a couple of other pieces. One which I've released already, but instrumentally. But I think that it would be a good vehicle for Doug's voice. So I'm taking that as well as the pieces that we've already chosen. I don't know that I'll make a CD of this. I know that part of what he plans to do is to share what we do on his Substack, and I will likely share it digitally, but making a physical CD, I don't think so at this point, unless I got the impression that it would sell. I'm still sitting on quite a few while they're in the other room. I moved the box because I ain't been selling nothing. Well, I sold one last week. Anyway, that's where I'm at this morning, and it's getting warm in here, so I'm about to stop and turn the air conditioner on. Folks, I love to hear from you. Family, I love to hear from you. Everyone, I hope you're well. I do notice some of the regular folks from my past haven't heard from. Life goes on. I hope they're okay. LE is one I'm thinking of, okay? Other folks who watch me, and I don't mention your name, you are in my circle. I care about you, and I love the fact that it's international. I love the fact that people in Russia watch me, and people in Russia have bought my music. It's too bad we can't get along because we're just one species, one family. Wish we could live like that. Have a good day, folks. Tell me how you're doing.